It was around the end of January of this year. Me and my cousin were linking up and we decided to hang out together. Now, we were hanging out at this massive park together. It's a huge park. And we see these, some of these kids, right? And anyway, these kids start messing with us, you know. I'm pretty sure one of them got like a huge stick and tried to hit my cousin with it. Then my cousin, he decides to pull out this little knife, and in his defense, he was just saying that he was showing them. He wasn't actually trying to stab them, you know. He was just like showing them this knife, and the kids were going, "Oh, that's fake." And my cousin was like, "Oh, if you think it's fake, you can touch it to see it's real." And I was like, "Nah." After this, these two little kids, probably 9 and 10 years old, they come up to us and they see my cousin like showing these kids the knife, and they just run off. And one of them yelled back, "My dad's a police officer." And I was telling my cousin, "Oi, we need to get out of here, bro," because he just said his dad's a cop. So I'm telling my cousin this, and we go into this little park area. It's got like a little shade roof thing. And at this time, my cousin was riding a scooter whilst I was riding my bike. And my cousin, he was like, "Nah, man, it's chill, don't worry. They're not actually, his dad's probably not even a cop, and they're not actually gonna go get their dad up here. We didn't even do anything to them." And around probably 2 minutes later, I see the same two kids with this probably 6-foot guy. I was like, "Oi, look." And my cousin was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And as soon as we see this guy, my cousin, he literally grabs the scooter and he bolts. And then the two kids start chasing after us. And I'm just riding my bike. I dipped. I literally full on dipped. My cousin was far behind me because a bike is obviously going to be faster than your generic, you know, scooter. But basically we get out of it, all right? And I still don't know to this day if he was actually a cop or if, like, I literally don't even know. And in around September, I remember me and my other friend Bradley, he's featured on a video before, or a few videos on this channel, I've spoken about him. Me and my friend Bradley, we were chilling, and he was like, "You know, you want to go ride?" And I was like, "Sure." And we were going down to this milk bar. Now, this milk bar is right next to this massive park. And prior to this, I'd seen the same, you know, 6'2" guy with like the same two kids a lot. And every time I'd see him, whether it was at a park, I'd kind of clown them. So he would kind of follow like me, like at a long distance. So at least like probably 300 meters. So it was a long distance. Not you know, long enough for him to yell out. I couldn't hear anything he would say. Basically, I'd been clowning him prior to all this happening. So me and my friend Bradley, we decide to hang out, as I said. We go to this milk bar that's definitely close to the park. It's literally across the road. And as we're riding back to my house, this guy, the same guy, the same guy, I think it was the same guy. I'm not 100% sure. It could have been a different guy. But anyway, the same guy just blurts out to me and Bradley, "The cops are looking for you." And me and Bradley, like, this is what Bradley told me. So Bradley could have lied. I'm not sure if he lied, but I don't think he'd lie about something like that. He's lied a lot to me in the past, but I don't think he'd lie about that. Because I was riding ahead of him, and Bradley was way behind me. So I couldn't hear what the guy said, but he said something, and Bradley said that he said, "The cops are looking for us." So at this point, this guy thought that my cousin was Bradley. So it was crazy. And so after all of this happened, me and Bradley, I'm like speaking to Bradley, Bradley's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get arrested," all this shit, and he was worrying so much. And I'm like, "Bro, just chill out, because you did nothing. You did nothing wrong. And they can take your DNA samples even if they wanted to, and they'd see that we're not even related, brother. So you're chill." There's a new update to the story, and this was pretty recent. This was like at the start of December. So this, you know, just happened to me. I had a bad sleeping routine. So I was on the phone with one of my mates, Zach, and it was around probably 4 or 5 a.m. and I was just riding my BMX out. And I was near the same park and the same milk bar. And I've actually got videos of this. I saw this, it looked like a taco van from afar, so that's why I was riding up to it. turns out it was a fire truck with multiple undercover feds.
What the
So,
fuck?
well, I got too close to it, and I didn't get to record it because I was on the phone. I was on a Snapchat call with my mate. But basically, I'm riding and I'm looking for these feds. I'm looking for anything, and I don't see anything. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know what happened. And as I'm riding, I'm literally riding to go home. Two fucking undercover cops pop out of nowhere. Like, they pop out of this tinted window dark SUV on some movie shit, alright? They pop out of nowhere. And they literally stop me in the middle of the road. They're like, hey, stop. And I was like, what the fuck? And my mate was on the call the whole time. And they were like talking about how there was this, I don't know if I can legally talk about this even, but I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna speak about it. There was like this massive fire that happened apparently, and it was like on purpose. So someone set up this guy's house on fire, and that's why the cops were there in a fire truck and all that. And anyway, they're asking me what I was doing out this late. I'm just being honest. I'm just like, I've got a fucked sleep-in schedule, and I just woke up like before at like 3 in the morning. So I've, you know, been riding out this late because there's nothing else to do for me. And I don't want to be at home because at home I got to be quiet as hell when it's that late or early for some of you. So I tell the guy that, and the whole time my friend that I was on the call with, he doesn't have a mic or anything. His phone's microphone doesn't work, so he can't talk into his phone or anything. So he's spamming my messages, and I just feel my phone vibrating like so crazy, bro. And anyway, the cops were like, yeah, someone set this guy's house on fire. And I'm like, what, on purpose? And he goes, yeah, it's looking that way. Then after all that, they ask for my full name, and I just give it to them because I don't know any laws about that or whatever. They ask for my address, my phone number, my Gmail, my fucking Gmail. And then they also ask for my, what was it? Like, they ask for my date of birth. They basically just ask all this personal shit. And anyway, after they ask all this, guess what they fucking do? And I'm sitting on my bike this whole time. They take a damn picture of me. A damn picture. They even ask me to move my hair out of my face. And they take a damn picture. A picture. And at this time, I start fucking panicking, fool. I ride home as fucking fast as I can, thinking, oh, the feds are about to show up to my fucking house at 3 in the morning. And I fucking get home. First thing I do, I message my fucking cousin, and I'm like, oh, the cops just fucking pulled me over. And my cousin, I hadn't spoken to him about it yet. But after all this happened, 2 fucking undercover feds pull up to my house. So, 2 cops pull up, and I didn't even know they're cops because they didn't even have uniforms on, but they had the pistol on their hip. So you can tell if someone's a cop if they have a pistol on their hip in the case. So these 2 feds with fucking massive book binders pull up to my house, alright, and they're knocking on the door. I'm not answering. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not answering this shit. And because I previously thought it had to do with my cousin pulling out a knife on this guy and showing him a knife. And I'm pretty sure it was like a flick knife, so it's illegal. And anyway, I was like, fuck this. So I don't answer the door because I think it's related to that. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get arrested. I'm 14, even though I wouldn't have been arrested now that I look at it clearly. I was like, fuck this shit. The cops don't mind that voice crack. I swear if one of you clips that. And literally, I don't answer the door, and then the cops, they fucking go across the road to my neighbors. Then after that, I get a fucking no caller ID call. And I don't answer it, bro. I don't answer it. I don't fucking answer it. They didn't leave a message either, so it's just no caller ID. It was 1 call. There's 2 options. Okay, this is what I said to him at the time. I said, it's got to do with what we did 10 months ago, and that's why they're here. Or it's actually got to do with the fire, and they just think I lit someone's house on fire. Honestly, from there on out, I've received no call ID texts. I haven't even received an email. I haven't even checked my emails, honestly, from that account. Because it's my personal email, but I literally never use it. And no feds have shown up to my house. So the moral of the story is, why was I worrying about something that I couldn't even control? So if you've got a worry and you're really worried about this thing, you got to ask yourself, is it in my control? And if the answer is no, then you need to stop worrying about it, because that's just using your own energy when you can literally put that energy to anything else. If you guys did get something out of this video, it'd be really appreciated if you left me a like and a subscribe. Helps me out a ton, and more of these videos will get popped up into your feed. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.